求め続けたあの日の夜
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Anime Degens podcast for episode 97. So getting close to that one, honey. Today we're doing our good old fashioned winter look ahead. So we're gonna be taking a look at some of the shows coming out next season. Before we get into the news, best way to support us is to rate the podcast, tell your homies, tell your grandma, tell your dog. Let your dog listen to us for days. They won't know what's going on. And if you have any interesting topics you'd like to discuss, jump in the Discord, let us know. Linktree.com/anime degens has all of our socials, our Discord, and more. How you guys doing tonight?
Well, I'm just thinking about dogs that they're listening to our podcast on the phone. That'd be pretty interesting.
I
So
mean, you can just throw it on the TV and leave for work, dude, right?
I guess
Pump the numbers.
it kind of reminds me of like Harley. Like I'll be watching TV sometimes and she'll step on the remote a few times and somehow or another I'll be watching Twitch and she'll just unfollow someone. And I'll have to watch and be sure that they're not unfollowed because I literally won't see them again. And I'll be like, where did they go? It's because she unfollowed them.
That's actually so funny because then you have to refollow them and then the alert comes up and you have to be sorry, my dog hated your stream.
I've had to do it. I've had to do it to some of my good buddies, that I watch all the time. I've had to refollow him like 3 different times because on the Twitch TV app or whatever, if you just hit like a few buttons, it just puts you on the unfollow button just like that. And somehow she hits it perfect every time for some reason. So
Damn, dude. I'll trade you. My dog watches the TV and anytime there's an animal on it, she barks.
well, our
So
dog.
fuck Christmas commercials with dogs in them because there's way too many of them.
I don't think my dog is any different. She watches our cameras and barks when they whine and bark when she sees people in it. So
She's too good to look out the window. She just watches the security feed.
she really does. The cameras are like above the TV on like a
Dude,
monitor, and she just watches it. So
that is a way more sophisticated guard dog than I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, we know when somebody's pulling up and shit. Like they know when people pass the house and when people pull in the house. They know the difference.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't have a dog, right? I'm not crazy.
No, I have
Okay.
I have a few cats though.
They watch
Um,
TV too, though.
they do. They especially when it's them on the screen. So like my wallpaper, it cycles through my Google photos. I got my cats backed up on there, so I was like, let's have them pop up, and they get fixated on it so
Like,
hard.
damn, I look good in that photo.
It's like, who's that cat?
Pretty much, that's how it feels.
That's funny.
Awesome. You guys want to get into some news?
Yeah. I guess I'll go first. The first bit of news we have is A Sentence of a Bookworm Part 3 has been announced. I'm pretty excited for this. Didn't think we was gonna get any more of A Sentence of a Bookworm. So happy to see that Part 3 is finally coming through.
Awesome. Haven't watched that, so
You probably wouldn't
Yeah,
like
no,
it,
I
honestly.
was gonna say
safe assumption.
what you're gonna have to tell us about it a little bit later on.
Well, I mean, little girl gets reincarnated into another world, and she's
I'm
like
out.
sickly, and
Reads books.
her dream is to yeah, she loves reading books, but her dream is to make paper and books and a library like worldwide available because they went back in time to the old days where only the rich people could have paper and like people couldn't just access libraries and like but that's her dream. She's bringing all like ideals from Japan to this new world and trying to create her own little everything she wants. So but
Well,
she's sick.
I was reincarnated as a sickly librarian. Does not sound like something I would enjoy watching. So
I
good call.
told you.
Good call.
Yeah. Yeah, not a big fan of that one. I'm also not a big fan of this next bit of news though either. The voice actor for One Piece character Frankie, Kazuki Yao, is stepping down from the character. Obviously, they are currently on a break, so now is honestly going to be the best time. But fear not, because even though he's been voicing the character since 2005, his replacement will be announced at Jump Festa on December 22nd.
Yeah,
He
we
is
got a lot. We got a
he-
lot of news coming on December 22nd. Dad and we also got the new time slot or whatever for One Piece being announced that day as well. So
yeah,
You know, it's sad that he's going, but homeboy is pretty damn old, so I get it. Because he's been voice acting for a lot longer than just Frankie. He's been doing it since like the '90s. He's up there in age, so
yeah.
y'all,
It said that he was 65.
y'all
Um,
see his pictures? Is he doesn't look 65?
Dude, he looks like he's in his 30s, ready to go to fucking
No,
go to
he
the
Have you seen
beach and
doesn't.
start partying.
have you seen the new photos? He's looking like he aged pretty quick.
Yeah, he's looking like he's like 80 or 90. Like he looks sick, honestly, which is unfortunate, you know.
Mm,
But you can definitely tell the difference. Like they had like his old picture going around when they announced, but then they put out this new picture and like he's like declined so much. So I kind of understand why he's retiring now, because he probably can't do it, like he used to. So
Yeah, dude, yelling super is pretty tough on the vocal cords.
I'm just I'm just hoping that they like give us a preview on Jump Fest of the new person to kind of put us at ease. You know what I mean?
It's not gonna sound right for a while, but we'll get used to it. So,
Yeah, it'll be okay. Frankie's
i-
still Frankie. He only talks every once in a while, so
in other news, Pokemon is going to collaborate with Wallace and Gromit studio Aardman for a special project in 2027. So we're getting some fucking bang up claymation Pokemon coming, which should be pretty cool.
we already got some, by the way, or something like that people need to watch. Pokemon Concierge
They
that came
told
out
us.
like that came out like last year, I think, and they said that there was more content coming. They expect more content. I kind of wonder if like this is what they was talking about, or if we're actually gonna get like more
Ah,
Pokemon Concierge coming. You know?
I'm hoping we're getting like Wallace and Gromit style Pokemon because that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I
That
don't
shit's
know.
hilarious.
I mean, I'm down for it. Like I said, I didn't have any issues with the. I think they called it stop motion.
Yeah.
The Pokemon Concierge. I think there's a little bit of difference there, right, between claymation and stop motion.
No,
No.
it's the same thing. It's you have little clay figurines and you move them and you take a bunch of images.
Well, all I know is they done a great job with Pokemon Concierge. Really good job. People need to watch it. It's on Netflix. So
Yeah, speaking of Pokemon, I've been watching the PokeTunes videos on YouTube. They're like little short animated cartoons,
yeah.
and they're gas.
is that old stuff or like new
I think
content?
they still release them, so it's like it comes out every now and then. But
Okay.
there's a primate. He's a badass.
I'll have to check that out because I have no idea what you're talking about. So
Maybe we watch it for an episode. We get some Pokemon in again.
yeah, we did that one Leon versus Ash or whatever. That was pretty fun.
Bro, that shit was so gas.
Yeah, we got chills and kind
Bro,
of teared up and everything.
once you hear the original Pokemon song from like 1998 come on in 2024, you're like,
Has
oh shit.
Charizard and Pikachu and all of them just
Oh
flying
shit.
around.
Oh shit, dude. That animation was fucking better than like half the shit we get these days. It was like One Piece top flight caliber.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll have to see about that then. Whatever Dan's talking about. The next bit of news we got, which is honestly a surprise to me, is apparently the first Demon Slayer movie out of the trilogy is coming in 2025. I didn't think we was gonna get it so soon. I thought we was gonna wait till like 2026. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
it's gonna be like November, don't worry.
I'm sure it will, but when they said 2025, I'm just like, bro, it's really fast. Like I thought they was gonna like try to milk it, more. So, but it's interesting to see it coming out.
Heck yeah. In other news as well, we got Solo Leveling. It won an award, the Astra TV Award for Best New Anime Series, which
There you
is
go.
well deserved. If I don't, I'm unfamiliar with the show. If unless you guys are, you
You're
know,
not familiar with Solo
I
no,
Leveling?
I've never heard of Solo Leveling before.
Okay.
Never heard of it before.
You must have like, manhwas or whatever, just blacklisted.
hey man, a lot of manhwas are pretty weird. So
But yeah, that's interesting. I don't even know what Astra TV Awards are, so it's
uh
surprising that they got best anime though. Out of
yeah,
everything that dropped last year, so
yeah, it's some newer award show done by the Hollywood Creative Alliance. It's only been this is the fourth one. So
interesting. Wonder if they're trying
hey,
to like be up there with Crunchyroll or whatever.
oh, this has a lot more than just anime.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like the Emmys or whatever, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Alrighty. Um,
Cool. Last bit of news we got. I already posted this in the Discord, so if you're in there, congrats, you got a little sneak peek. But we've got a new Gundam anime coming out, and I have no idea how to pronounce this. It's GQX.
me and was somehow we was talking about this on an episode in the past few weeks, and we had a big ordeal about how to pronounce that as well. So
GQX.
I'm
No, no,
pretty
no,
sure
no.
there's like an official way to announce that. That's
Yeah.
nothing like that. Kind of like
I
how
don't
they do
know.
Yuabaha. You know what I mean?
We'll figure it out. But
Yeah.
so there's a prologue movie dropping on January 17th in Japan. The reason this is a really exciting Gundam project is because it's animated by Studio Kara, I think. And they animated Evangelion.
Hmm.
So we're taking
Huh?
one of the most quintessential mecha studios of all time, animating one of the most quintessential mecha series of all time. So it should be pretty sick. It's basically Gundam cage fights in this giant satellite, like everything else Gundam. So
Okay.
I'm pretty pumped. Animation looked good in the trailer too.
Yeah.
I know y'all mecha fans are probably excited for that. Not me though.
I also
I like
appreciate a
this
good
one.
I appreciate a good mecha story too that doesn't just focus on the mechas. And it seems like there's been a lot more of them as well that have been focusing more on the actual pilots themselves too, which is pretty cool to see. So
Yeah.
it seems like that one's gonna follow the this one's gonna follow that same trend as well. So
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely looks like it. I mean, my favorite part of Gundam is Tyler's least favorite part of Gundam, and that's like the politics and everything like that. So I'm hoping we get some internal strife between these gang members essentially doing these illegal fights and the government, because that'd be sweet.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
for
because
sure.
it's like a underground mech shit, ain't it? Like
Yeah,
illegal shit, right?
it's like cockfighting, underground cockfighting with
Yeah.
robots.
I mean, it's pretty. I mean, it sounds pretty
And that's
interesting. So.
chickens, ladies and gentlemen. Get your heads out of the gutter.
For real, what's wrong with you?
Alrighty.
But awesome, you guys are getting to our topic.
Yeah, let's do this.
For sure.
Cool. So we do it every season. We're doing it again. We're doing the Winter 25 look ahead. So we're gonna be taking a look at some of the shows coming out in Winter 2025. Gonna come out and say kind of a crapshoot. So we might not have some good. We might have some good shows. We might have some not so good shows.
Yeah.
But there are a few bangers coming out. So Nam, you want to get us started?
Yeah, absolutely. This one here is it kind of took me by surprise, especially after we had one previously based around a Power Ranger theme. This one here is the Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another world.
Are
Um,
are you telling me we're getting an isekai?
I am
That
telling
is.
you.
Is that what you just said? No fucking way. That's this whole fucking season.
Yes, yes, I know. But hear me out here, okay? Hear me out. This one actually looks kind of good. All
Okay.
right.
So I watched this trailer and all I did was hear Mr. Red here yell about the power of friendship for 3 minutes. And I was like, I'm going to fuck with this.
So see, I'm the opposite, honestly. I want to see the dude from freaking Go Go Loser Ranger, the Red Ranger from Dad. I want to see him go to another world.
No. No, God, no.
I
Bro.
want to see him go to another world.
Oh,
No.
no, that would just be a
Yes.
murder fest.
I want to see it.
We
It
got
would
I
be
want
Murder
to
the
see
Fest
him.
coming
glorious
up,
thing
Tyler.
ever.
He'd be king in
It
like
would be
2
so much
weeks.
better. So
He would literally be king in like 2 weeks. He'd run the fucking shit, dude.
it's fine. I want
No.
to see it.
The season would be over by episode 3.
No,
That's
they
The
fine.
could
show, the
Hey,
entire series would be over.
OVA
Nom,
die, baby.
nom. If a shitty isekai ends in 3 episodes, I'm cool with it.
I mean, for sure, but still. Um, so a little bit of backstory though. This is done by Studio Satelight. They have done Fairy Tale, Helsing Ultimate, and a couple others as well. So they've got quite a range as far as that goes. Um, the trailer did look pretty interesting as far as like a lot of the flashy scenes and stuff like that, the transformations, some of the
Yeah,
action.
it looked to be pretty decently animated too. It
Yeah,
you would hope that it was funny because that's what it kind of seemed like. Uh, but I'm just not sold on it yet, honestly. I think if like it had the Pink Ranger from back in the day or something like, you know, I'd
Sheesh.
be sold on it then. But other than that,
listen
like
to them. Back to
very
everyone's
bright,
childhood.
My
super bright show.
my twin, dude. We have the same birthday.
Really, Kimberly.
Me and Kimberly, yeah. Well, not the same year, probably, but same. Very,
um,
very important little tidbit. I know.
that's that's good for you, Dan. Good for
I,
you.
I I learned that shit in like 3rd grade, and I've never forgotten it.
I mean, you got to
You know,
remember what's important, you
it's
know?
appropriate at that time. I'll give you that one.
Hell yeah,
Um,
dude. I was a fan of the Yellow Ranger though. She was bad.
I'll give you that one. So this one here is classic shonen comedy isekai. So you're gonna get action, you're gonna get a lot of comedy. Um, no episode count as of yet, but this is based off of a manga, which was published actually by Square Enix. Fun fact: Square Enix actually does have a weekly manga. So
That is actually promising because if this was going to be like off of a video game or like a original, then I was kind of worried.
yep. It did get a 7.03 on Mal. The manga has. So I believe it's over now. Yeah, the last was published in 2023.
Okay.
So didn't have the longest running, but essentially it's a Red Ranger is reincarnated and continues his mission of fighting evil. There's the entire description of the show.
Like I said, Go Go Loser Ranger could have done it better.
I
No.
I don't know, dude. This is a very different premise here, and the Red Ranger has some pretty cool looking abilities. Like, I don't want to steal your thunder, Nom. You gotta
Have
talk
you
about you
have
gotta
you
talk about the
played
best part.
have you played the game though? Have you
Yes,
played
yes, I
Mega
have.
Man Battle Network? So for those of you who have ever jacked in, you
Pause.
What are we talking about here? Are we still talking about anime?
Tyler's like, have you? I've
so
jacked off.
this is actually there was a an anime I believe of this mega or well a
There was.
cartoon rather.
Yeah, there was. Well, I mean, it's
Um
an anime, dude. Fuck it.
so Mega Man was on these little or Mega Men, we'll say. They were programs. They were actually on these like PDA devices and they could plug them into different interfaces, and their avatar would be able to traverse the web like that. And in
Game was
order
fucking sick.
to oh my god, it was. Um, but in order to actually power them, you had to insert a chip into the PDA device. The Red Ranger has a dual disc on his wrist, and he's literally inserting those chips to do his transformations.
Huh. Interesting.
He's jacking in.
You had me a the dual wrist thing. Is he gonna like do like
Dual
Yu-Gi-Oh?
wrist. No, he's not,
There's
dude.
nothing else other than just the fact that it's on his wrist.
From what I could
That's the
tell,
only Yu-Gi-Oh reference I could make.
the Red Ranger wasn't a blatant cheater at the game he plays. So
Okay. I mean, you know, like this is definitely like one of the more interesting isekais that are coming out next season. Like I thought like this season was pretty bad with isekais, but like next season's like it's just not the best. Like other than sequels and like the couple big shows that's coming out, like there's only like a few like potential like shows that actually have really good potential, you know what I mean?
oh my god.
Look,
So,
this is gonna be one of the isekais of all time, Tyler. All
you
right.
know,
Me and Tyler were talking before we started recording, and this is potentially in the what 8 seasons we've done this now. 10 seasons, 8 seasons,
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's
whatever it is. It's been we've watched a fuck ton of anime trailers, and this might be the worst season I've ever seen in my life. Like
It was
every single trailer was an anime music video just showing characters.
so bad. It
official
really
trailers.
was.
We're like 20 days away from the winter season, and we got the official final trailers coming out, and there's not even there's not even no spoken dialogue. Like, what are they
Like
doing?
literally one and none of them had subtitles. You had to use the YouTube auto translate, which is trash. Like one of Tyler's shows he's going to talk about later literally looked like one of those classic Linkin Park anime music videos that I would watch when I was like 10 to go watch a Naruto fight over fucking crawling or something like that.
The Breaking the Habit music video.
Yes, exactly, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I know we had some bad seasons, you know, not very good seasons, but I mean, I guess at least we got like the sequels coming out because we got quite a bit of those that are gonna be like pretty good. So
I guess here's the other problem too is a lot of it's just them trying to show off visuals, which like that's cool and all, but visuals don't necessarily sell a show.
Unless it's Demon Slayer.
Yeah, but even then, it took it after the first season for them to actually get that, you know?
like I
So,
said, I think some of these studios or like whoever's in charge of making the trailers, they should get in touch with Nokotan and get them to help them make a trailer because like that shit was fire. Like I remember watching Nokotan's trailer and like it was just so good. It was better than the actual show, you know?
It was just a greatest hits highlight reel. But they
Yeah.
should reach out to me because I'll tell them what Linkin Park song to play when they put out their fucking trailer.
that's
um
all you need. That's all you need.
well, are we done talking about Sentai?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about something I like to talk about: shojo romance anime. We got a fun one coming, at least for me, and you know a lot of other people out there. Honey Lemon Soda, and this is gonna be done by JC Staff, which is pretty interesting because we keep on waiting for like One Punch Man to come back, but it's only releasing like the little hero visuals or whatever. I seen on Twitter the other day it had like Pigman, Pig Hero or something. I was like, what the hell is this shit? Just give us the information. Tell us when One Punch Man's coming. Uh, but yeah, this is gonna be a school romance. Obviously, it's got 6.66 for the manga, and I'm just gonna read a little summary real quick. That way, you know, the folks will kind of know what I'm talking about. Especially Dan and Nam. they probably ain't interested.
I watched
But
the trailer.
yeah, well, the trailer, unfortunately, even though this is one of the more popular shows coming out, it doesn't have subtitles, so it's just interesting. But anyways, middle school was the toughest experience that Uka has ever experienced. She's a victim of bullying and was nicknamed Stone because she always froze up in front of the others. Now she's hoping for a fresh start and a chance to improve herself now that she's in high school. But in the first week, she got soaked with juice by Kai, a dude with lemon colored hair. Kai is the total opposite of Uka. He's popular, he speaks his mind, and he's somewhat aloof. And despite their differences, Kai encourages and helps her to come out of her shell. Uka just wanted to be friends, but turned out she's fallen in love with him instead. And their lives changed, and it all started with a honey lemon soda, or a lemon soda. I don't know if it's honey or not. Okay, Dan, you can wake up now. But yeah, I'm pretty interested in this. I know a lot of other people are too. I've never read the manga. I was aiming to, and then it got announced that this was coming out, and I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'll just wait. You know, I'd rather just be anime only for a while. Um, a couple things that stood out was like the voice acting cast. It was like it has Ray Takahashi, which is one of my favorite voice actors. You know, Megami Ai from Oshinoko, Emilia from ReZero, and also like Fern's voice actor too is going to be in this. So, but if y'all listen to like the tropes episode me and Dan done with Ash, you'll know that one of my favorite tropes in anime is like when the popular guy or student falls in love with the unpopular girl. Like that's one of my favorite tropes, and this is what this is. So of course I'm gonna like it. It's like one of the reasons why I like Kimi ni Todoke. But I'm pretty excited for this. It's probably gonna be like a 8 or 9 minimum probably for me, unless they just screw up. So
The only thing I remember from this trailer, because I couldn't understand anything they were saying, is that
Did you-
Kai's a dick.
you
Dude.
don't know that. You don't even know what he's saying.
You don't shake up a soda and spray a random chick in the face with it.
It was an accident.
No, he
There
knew
was
what
no accident about that.
he knew what he was doing.
It's fine.
That-
you gotta
That
have
man
you
had
gotta
malicious intent with that.
listen.
Dude.
When
You
you
can
when
see
you
it
on you
in
in your
his
first
honey lemon tea eyes.
in your first week of
Lemon
high
tea.
school and you see a girl having trouble, you have to open that door. You have to, have a icebreaker, and this is just his way of ice breaking.
You gotta hit her with the honey lemonade iced tea Arnie Palm soda in the face, dude.
Sometimes
He's like, oh
you
my
gotta do what
god,
you gotta
pretty
do.
girl.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
I really enjoy how me and Nam took this, and we just kept enhancing the drink of choice.
Like I said, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta get their attention, and you gotta like put your foot in the door. You know what I mean?
All I'm saying is I'm not taking a honey lemon iced tea
Arnold
and
Palmer,
throwing it in their face.
unless she's asking for it. I mean, sure.
That's a different story. Yeah, I'm not introducing myself by doing that though, Tyler. That's
Well,
that's
this
not
is-
how I do it.
this
At
is-
least say hello first.
But see, this is where it's different now. This is high school. First week of high school.
I would never do that to someone in high school.
This
First
is
week of high
Japanese.
school is even worse.
This is a
Be like Okaru,
Japanese
just sit
anime.
there and read occult magazines.
So it's okay to be an asshole in Japan, dude? Is that what you're telling me?
He had no malicious intent. Is
You
what
don't
I'm
know that.
saying.
You couldn't read the subtitles; they didn't exist.
Dude, he was very malicious with that.
I know a few words, Dan.
Dude, he just assaulted her is what happened, all right? We just watched an assault happen, and you're trying to justify it right now.
He's like, I know a few words. He's like, God beret. Shoot him in the
God,
teeth.
Ray, God,
Do your
Ray.
best. Do your best.
Sumimasen. Yeah, I don't know. I know that like this is gonna have like themes of bullying, but I'm pretty sure he's not the bully. So
I
Like,
love how there's a whole 2-minute trailer and me and Nob are just fixated on this one scene.
well, I mean,
Don't die on this hill.
it's hard to know what's like happening in it when we don't understand what's happening in it. You know what I mean? Like all we see is like she literally gets sprayed in the face by like a yellow liquid from a bottle. I
Thank
said
you for
from a
saying from a bottle.
yeah, but
Dude,
I don't know.
you're in rare form today, man. You're getting jacked in, you're spraying people with yellow liquids.
I didn't say jacked in. That was Nom.
You did question it though.
We're in rare form.
But yeah, that's my first one I got. Looking forward to it a lot. I'm always down to watch more shoujo, more romance anime, especially when it's got one of my favorite tropes and one of my favorite voice actors. So, yeah, I'm
Cool.
down for it.
All right. So my list is going to progressively just get worse. So we're going to start with the highs. And the first show that I have is our first anime of this podcast from TMS Studios or TMS Entertainment. Sorry. We got Sakamoto Days. This is going to be on Netflix, releasing on January 11th. It's an action comedy based on a manga by Yuto Suzuki. So Taro Sakamoto, once the greatest hitman, leaves his violent past to live as a convenience store clerk after falling in love and getting fat as hell. However, his former rivals refuse to let him retire peacefully, forcing him to use non-lethal methods to protect his family, store, and town. This show's really hyped up, so it better fucking be good.
I mean, a lot of people love the manga, and the manga enjoyers have been like hyping this up. Like, I want to say, like, just like on par with the people that was hyping up Dandadan. So like it's like it's got the same hype coming into it. And the thing is, I'm pretty sure Sakamoto Days. I'm pretty sure it's like an adult cast, right? Or mostly adult cast. Isn't it like
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I think there's a kid in it, but
Yeah, I mean like the main like people, the hitman and stuff, like I think they're adults.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Um
he's married and
yeah.
owns a convenience store. He better be an adult.
Yeah. So I think this is gonna be like really funny, but it's gonna actually go really hard too on the action because it's like Hitman stuff. So, um,
Yeah, I mean, everything in the trailer looks pretty clean, like the fight sequences and stuff like that. I am confused because it looks like he goes from being an old husky man to a young fit hitman randomly, like mid fight. So I
yeah,
wonder if that's like them just like portraying it like that. Because I mean, how the fuck do you lose 80 pounds mid fight? You know?
yeah. I don't really know. I don't really know like the. I know about that. I know about him like transforming or whatever. I just don't know the details behind it. But I know a lot of people are very happy about the transformation, especially his younger transformation, because he looks hot as hell. You know what I mean?
Pause.
I mean, you
He's
know.
on one today, folks.
Yep.
Your thoughts, Nom?
No, it looks really good. I am impressed at just like how well he is still in form, pretty much. Um, and it looks too like even though he's being targeted, that he's not alone either, which is nice. I wonder how that's going, whether he's like holding him captive, basically holding something over him, or maybe he's training him and stuff like that, whatever the case may be, but
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about this. I just know that it's gonna be really good. I think.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be
could be.
really good.
for sure.
Sweet.
Oh, it's also got Sayori Hayami, which she was like really busy like this last season or the season before, I think. So it's good to see her come back in Sakamoto Days too.
Can you name a character she's voiced for
Um
reference?
I could have before you asked.
Don't worry about it.
I think she plays like Yor. I think Yor, and she played like a a lot of people in like this last season, but I'm pretty sure she plays like Yor and a few other ones. Yeah, Yor. So,
Okay.
Okay. A good
but
baseline at least.
yeah, I don't know about all the rest of them, but I know Yor, and she also is in Dejimeshi too. So like she's played in like quite a bit. Shinobu, from Demon Slayer. Uh, I really enjoy her as a voice actor. So
Yeah, she's
especially if you enjoy like the slice of life things like I do, you see her more often. You know what I mean?
okay.
That explains a lot more.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So for my next show, Dr. Stone, season 4, Science Future. Pretty sure it's season 4.
Also from TMS Entertainment.
Yeah. These guys here, they have done other work such as
Sakamoto Days.
Dr. Sakamoto Days,
Free
Dr.
life.
Stone, but then like D
Wow.
Gray Man and stuff like that.
Oh, they did Gray Man.
Yep.
Have you watched that?
I have not, no, but it looks interesting.
It was like I heard the manga is a lot better. So that's the word of it was good. It was good. I watched the whole thing like earlier this year, but the pacing got really funky.
Nice.
Okay.
I mean, not
They
nice, but you know.
they also do Banana. Have y'all ever seen Banana?
Why are you telling me about your banana, dude? We're not
Banana.
talking Dan.
Tyler.
We're not talking Don to Don.
The kitty cats and the bananas. They just want to become
Oh, you're
ice
saying
cream.
banana.
Yeah, banana.
Cat bananas who want to become ice cream? Is that really what you just said?
Yeah, they want to be like they want to be the Sundays or whatever. I don't know.
They want to become banana splits.
Yes. They actually that's
The fuck are you watching, bro?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Yeah,
get back to something that makes sense.
let me get back into this. So this one here, if you guys have never seen Dr. Stone, it is action adventure comedy shonen, right? Very sciencey shonen. The previous season was 11 episodes, and it is currently rated at an 8.32. Which is really good. But as well too, just to kind of further complement it, that season was also really good. They built up a lot into it. They really delivered on the payoff. I was highly impressed.
They built a fucking boat.
They built a fucking boat.
We're going to the moon next, right? We're building a rocket ship.
So, real quick, for those of you who are unaware, basically this is post-apocalyptic future. I think like 500 years. Everyone was turned to stone. But then the main character ends up finding a way to get out of it. Senku, he breaks out of it.
Fat poop.
Yeah. You guys gotta watch to figure it out if you don't know. But yeah. Then from there, he's like the smartest person in the world. And the thing that I really enjoy about the show is how they kind of really dumb down the science so that way anyone of any kind of education level realistically can follow along.
I follow along with it, and I'm pretty dumb.
I'm really glad Tyler said it before I did. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, they do a really good job breaking it down because it is a show meant for like 13-year-old boys. So it does a good job. It's kind of like Bill Nye the Science Guy.
We should have talked about Bill Nye the Science Guy on our freaking things we want to turn into an anime, bro.
We already have Dr. Stone, dude. At least there's a plot
Yeah.
for that.
But Bill Nye the Science Guy would be so much cooler because we could go Bill.
Have you ever seen the Japanese introduction to Bill Nye the Science Guy?
No.
It just sounds like they're saying beer the entire time.
That makes sense.
Beer.
Oh, God.
L's are ours.
So, with the new season though, they're definitely going to be continuing on from last season. It's going to get a lot more advanced. Like Dan said already, they built a boat. So obviously there's going to be way crazier things that are going to be shown, which are shown in the trailer. I'm not going to necessarily talk about them because out of respect for Dan, he hasn't actually watched it yet since he's not finished the season. So
Mid season 3, I think.
okay.
What about
I don't
me? I
know.
ain't seen it either.
Yeah, but you're not actively trying to watch it.
Yeah.
True.
You're literally finding every excuse to not even watch Initial D until we forced you to. So,
You know, some things like Banana just has to be watched, bro.
Why do you just enjoy making me want to punch my computer screen, like right where your face is?
Don't do that because I'm not liable for that bill.
one
You're
thing
gonna owe
that I
me a
will
new
touch up
4K
on
monitor.
I'll just have to
that's
give you
gonna be
mine, I
rough.
guess.
So one thing though that I do want to kind of address though is that it looks like there are other people who are unfrozen. If you notice Senku and all the people from the past, they all have a very distinct look. And we get to see some new people in the trailer that actually have that look, and they are not part of the group. So there seems to be a huge conflict that they are drawing up towards, which that's like one thing that they do pretty well, I would say so far, right, Dan? Like every time that there's a conflict and like a major villain that they're introducing, like I feel like they do a pretty good job of introducing them.
Yeah, definitely. Look, when they first started, they did a good job with it, and then the second season they progressed on that, and with the third season they introduced a new bad guy, and that was pretty sweet. So,
Who is it currently that they introduced?
the king of that island,
King of
Okay,
Paradise.
so
right?
he's gonna
Paradise.
be the villain throughout until the end of season 4.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, that whole thing. So like season 4 is or see like the last part is the second half of the previous season. It was split, but they counted as one season.
yeah, it's True Cower.
Yeah.
Okay. You had me really confused when you said season was 11 episodes. I was like, I'm pretty sure I watched up until the break.
Yeah, no, they did like season 3 part 1, season 3 part 2 essentially. It was so annoying and super confusing, but well worth the payoff. Well worth it.
Oh yeah. Good for y'all Dr. Stones enjoyers. So um do y'all have anything else for Dr. Stone? Or should I get on to my next one?
I want some of that ramen they make, and that's it.
Okay. Speaking of ramen, well, I don't really have anything to lead off of, but anyways, Apothecary Diaries season 2 is my next show. It's so good, it's just like ramen. So there you go.
Okay, hang on. So here's how you should have cut into this one.
I'm
Speaking of
dumb.
ramen, I bet they had some really good ramen back in the times of Apothecary Diaries season 2.
I don't want any ramen this lady makes. Doesn't she make like poisons and shit?
No, not for other people.
No. The ramen that they make in that time, not the ramen that she makes.
It's probably
See?
unsanitary, bro.
No. Get the Imperial cooks to make it. It'll be fine.
Yeah. And
I mean,
get accidentally poisoned.
you're boiling it, so you're good.
Yeah. Well, anyways, Apothecary Diary season 2, this is my most look forward to, obviously. Even over like honey, lemon soda, stuff like that. For y'all that don't know, it's gonna be coming out on January 10. It's a drama medical mystery in like a historical setting, like Chinese setting, imperial court type of thing. Season 1 was 8.88 on Mao. It's done by Studio LLM. But just for y'all that don't know what this is about, I just want to give like a brief description of it because more people need to watch this. Like, this is one of my favorite shows. This is like number 2 show of last year, like 2024, that carried over. Um, and like, it's just so good. But anyways, Mao Mao, she's an apothecary's daughter, and she gets kidnapped and sold off to an imperial court. So now she's working as the maid, and she's trying to like hide her knowledge that way she can blend in and not get stuck with the more higher up detailed work and stuff like that. But as they always say, like, curiosity kills the cat. And just so happens that the Emperor's infant sons, they get sick right around the time Mao Mao shows up. So she tries to figure out like a way, try to figure out what's wrong with them, and leaves an anonymous tip on uh, how to fix them, how to get them better. And she kind of gets found out though. Somebody catches her, finds out. She gets promoted to lady in waiting to the Emperor's favorite concubine. There, Mao Mao, she just continues to let curiosity get the better of her while she's dealing with all the political court drama and all the other mysteries that come along too. And season 2 is basically just a continuation of Mao Mao and all these shenanigans. And of course, like Jinshi as well, if y'all have watched it. And I really can't wait to see like all the mysteries and like the direction that the current plot lines are going in. There's a lot of like mysteries around those as well, not just like the medical stuff that's going on. Um, but I'm pretty excited about this. Mao Mao is like one of my favorite female characters. She's probably my favorite female character ever now, and she's like one of my top characters as well. Um, but like I said, I'm just talking about Apothecary Diaries in the hopes that people watch Apothecary Diaries, including Dan. I need Dan to watch it too. I feel like he would enjoy it. So, somewhat.
First off, since I just kind of let you ramble on there for a minute, I didn't want to cut you off in your entirety of thoughts there, Tyler.
Yeah.
You know, you can space things out and like
No,
breathe a little bit in between, right?
There's this really cool thing they talk about in speaking. It's called pausing.
I
Set the
pause a
tone.
lot.
So I didn't know that this OLM was a studio that did fucking Pokemon.
OLM
Yeah.
is like a huge studio. They've been
OLM
around
is
Yeah.
forever.
OLM is the studio that Zom 100 makes fun of for working their employees to death.
Yeah. Bugs Films or whatever.
Yeah, had absolutely no idea until just now.
Yeah. And they do a really good job, even though that they work their employees to death. Like they like Bug Films said.
Well,
Like,
I mean, can you see why though?
well,
So that way they can reach like the standard that they do with Pokemon. That show is definitely not easy to make week after week after week. I guarantee it.
oh yeah.
There's no
I
seasonal
know
breaks.
I know when me and Dan and Bass at the time we was talking about the fall 23 season, and this was one of my shows on the fall 23 season. I think it was like an honorable mention or something, Apothecary Diaries. And like the one of the reasons why I wanted to watch this was because the trailer was so beautiful. It was so pretty. Like all it was just so it just made you want to watch it. And that's literally the only one of the only reasons why I watched this show is because I watched the trailer and it was just so good. And now look at all these trailers that we had to watch today and they don't even compare, you know what I mean, to like Apothecary Diaries. So
Yeah, no, so actually for me it was a buddy at work. I was talking about Dr. Stone and he said that I should check out Apothecary Diaries and I ended up binging it in like 2 days.
it's that
It
good.
was yeah. Yeah, it was one of those ones that I couldn't stop personally watching myself. I wasn't like super big into like, dramas and stuff like that, but just same thing with Dr. Stone, the way how they also break it down into a way that's like easily digestible for the viewer and stuff like that. It was a real nice touch. And then just how well they also played into the historical setting and stuff like that, the rules and whatnot, and like the actual politics and the drama behind it all. It
Cool.
was it was a really nice touch. I think personally, Dan, you might actually enjoy it as well. Even if it's like a slow watch for you, I think you would actually enjoy it.
It's been on my list to get to, but I'm back on my Gintama grind, so I'm not watching
Gintama
anything
grind
besides that.
continues.
I think I'm up to like episode like 280 or something now.
There you go. You'll be finished with that for long. I think, what is it, like 400 episodes?
360-ish plus a movie that I gotta watch.
Plus, you got new content coming out soon. With that Gin, whatever the hell,
Oh,
Gin Sensei or whatever.
yeah. That'll be funny.
Yeah, I need to get on the Gintama grind too myself.
I'll
So
be cracking up the whole time.
I would hope so.
It is the funniest anime that ever exists. So
Yeah, but yeah, that's all I got for Polycare Diaries. I just wanted to bring that up because it's my most look forward to show of next season. So got to get it out there. Got to get people to watch Polycare Diaries season 1. So,
awesome.
but yep, Dan, you're next.
So for my next show, we got a show from Cloverworks. It is I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. And this really resonates with me because I hate working late. And me and Alina are gonna fucking vibe with that shit. It's gonna be on Crunchyroll. It's releasing on January 11th. It's a Saturday. We got a lot of shows releasing on Saturday. I mean, action slash adventure slash comedy slash fantasy, based on a light novel by Mato Koisaka and illustrated by Gao, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Quick synopsis: Alina Clover signed up to be a receptionist for the Adventurers Guild, thinking it would be her ticket to the good life. Unfortunately, her dream gig turns into an overtime nightmare whenever adventurers get stuck clearing a dungeon. To save herself from paperwork, Alina takes to beating down monsters herself to solve the problem. Now, she just needs to keep her activities a secret. I don't remember reading that. I don't remember writing that, but I wrote it.
Are you sure you
So-
didn't ask ChatGPT to write it?
No, I'm pretty sure I actually just copy pasted this off Mal.
It's fine.
I literally write the same thing like 2 seconds later, so that's why I was like, wait, did I write this? So the show looks pretty funny. You know, it's like kind of like a Konosuba setting where we've got the guild and people go get missions and they go on them. There wasn't an English subtitled trailer, and YouTube Auto Translate did a terrible job. You'd be watching it and then there'd randomly be like 10 words missing. So I have no
Lovely.
idea what they were saying.
It's better than what
Um,
I got. I got subtitles, auto translate, and Japanese. So
Nice.
yeah, so I didn't even get to see all these auto translations. But when I was looking at this show, uh, before Dan, it caught my eye before Dan mentioned it or whatever, and I was like, this is just like me for real, for real. Just like Dan said, like this is what we want to do. We want to get the hell out of there. Like we're not gonna be late. You know what I mean? We're
Nah,
clocking
dude.
out on time or early. So
Or because I don't get overtime because I'm salaried and I don't want to do that shit. I work enough, man.
yeah, we say you can miss me with that shit.
I had like a 14-hour day yesterday. Like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no thanks. She don't either. So
Uh, but like in the trailer, she's sitting at her desk and she gets super pissed off because there's this group of adventurers trying to clear a dungeon. And she says, fuck it, and decides to take things into her own hand. And we see her enter this dungeon and she kind of transforms into her adventurer mode, I think, kind of, whatever it is. But she's got this giant fucking hammer and she looks like she's a badass. So I wonder if she's going to eventually leave the desk job behind and become an adventurer. But at the end of the trailer, we see like a wanted poster with like kind of like a weird image of her. And she's freaking out. So I think a lot of this is her going to be trying to leave early while keeping her secrets safe.
yeah, I just don't understand how she's a guild receptionist, but she has to go like fight these monsters, right? Like I don't get that premise yet. I don't get that connection. So hopefully
Yeah.
they let us know, because like the summary didn't really let us know, and the trailer didn't let us know. Well, I mean, I guess they kind of did, but you know
You know what?
why?
She's black. She has black hair and she's OP. So we're following some trends here from every other isekai ever made. I don't think this
She's
is an isekai, but
yeah,
It is now,
yeah,
based on the
it is
rules.
now.
it's
The
close
rules
enough.
state.
Her name isn't Oliva Clover. It's actually Alina Kirito.
Well, all I know is she looks like a fun character, so I'm definitely gonna be checking this out. Because why not? Like it looks fun. So
Tyler, you know who else looks like a fun character?
who?
Queen Sensei.
Oh,
Shit.
she's a different kind of fun. So
Dan's kind of fun. This is Tyler's kind of fun. That's Dan's kind of fun.
Touche, touche.
But yeah,
well,
that's all I got.
yeah. Who's next? Nam.
Yeah. Now we're on to some honorable mentions.
Okay.
First one, this one actually seemed really interesting based around the trailer that we get to see. It was called Zenshu. This is being done by Mappa. Hopefully they actually finish it all before the season's over. But essentially, this is a show about a girl who wants to become an animator. After high school, she goes into the field, makes her debut as a director in no time. Her first anime is a massive hit. And so now they want her to make a romantic comedy movie. But she knows nothing about romance. So pretty much then the movie comes to a standstill. Um in the trailer we get to see her basically living inside of the movie, and she's kind of like drawing it basically as it's playing out, if you will. At least it's how it kind of seemed near like the end and stuff like that. And her face is like constantly covered, right? She looks like she's about to crawl out of the TV in 7 Days You.
When this got announced, like the hair thing, she's got her hair like over her face, and she's got a hoodie up, and I was like, bro, what am I even looking at? Who if she got her hoodie on backwards? That's what I was thinking when I first seen the like promo images or whatever of this. So
Yeah, they are definitely not on backwards. We can definitely confirm that much.
but
But at the same time, she doesn't, she's shy like that. So she can hide in her little face of hair.
I like the idea that her head's backwards.
I mean, the thing is like she's like a artist or like an animator and stuff. How does she even see? Like it's a weird character design. I'm digging it. Like I enjoy where this is going as an anime. It really stands out, and it's an original anime too, which is also um gonna be a good thing, I think, because they have their creative they can go in any direction they want to, right now.
Yeah, that's one of the more interesting things that this show has going for it. It's being completely done by Mappa. So we don't know how long it's going to be. There's no actual things dictating what it has to do, no rules that it has to follow,
And
which
it
means that we could either get something really really gas, or it could actually backfire on it as well.
Yeah. And the thing about this one as well, Nam, is that it's one of the most beautiful, like it's one of the most prettiest trailers that we've seen today. I guess because Mappa's doing it. And
I
you
was going to
said that
say
like
that's not fair cuz Mappa.
yeah, well, and you said that like hopefully Mappa finishes it. I mean they should be able to, because like this ain't like an intense JJK fighting. It's not like that kind of thing. This is more like, the slower, the slice of life. Like it's not gonna be that bad. You know what I mean? So,
I don't know.
um,
I mean, we still don't know a whole lot, right? Like, what if all they showed us, right, was just kind of world building and they saved all the rest of the actual heat for when the show drops, right?
I
Maybe
mean,
because it wasn't finished at the time.
yeah, but
Dude,
they're gonna be talking about like a rom com. Like how much action can you get in a rom com? You know what I mean? Unless it's
look,
high Q. You
we're
know?
we're not getting any lemon tea over here, all right? Calm
Yeah.
yourself.
I don't know.
If somebody doesn't get a soda sprayed in their face, it's trash, right?
I mean, it's gonna make her hair
That,
all sticky because her hair's in
that
her face.
that's the future benchmark for whether a show is going to be worth it to Tyler. What is the
What is the
can to face
icebreaker?
ratio?
How how wild is the icebreaker, bro?
Is it an Arnold Palmer or is it an Arizona iced tea?
Is it a Biru?
Better be a strong zero getting sprayed in my face if it ever happens.
But yeah, I guess is that all you got for Zenshu? I don't even know what Zenshu means. Probably some kind of animation shit.
It
Um,
means Mappa's original work. Don't look too
True.
much into it.
Well, alrighty then. I guess I'll get on to my next one, and that is going to be Medalist, and this is going to be made by Ingi. It's going to be coming out on January 5th. This is a signing and a sports anime as well. The manga is at a 8.53, so a very highly rated manga. I've heard from like a lot of my friends and other discords and stuff, like Pete and all of them over there, like they praise Medalist a lot. They give it high praise. So whenever they do that, I know that the show is probably going to be pretty good. I know that I'm probably going to like the show a lot. And like looking at the trailer, it looks like they've done a really good job. 'Cause it looked really good to me, even though I don't really know a whole lot about what's going on with it. Um, but speaking of that, I'll give y'all a quick summary. Becoming an ice dancer was not what Tsukasa had aimed for when he decided to take on the figure skating world. However, it's where he ended up because he started too late to follow his true solo skating dreams. Resigned to his unfulfilled ambitions, his outlook changes when he meets Inori, a fifth grader secretly practicing despite being dismissed as too late to succeed as well. Seeing himself in her, Tsukasa takes her under his wing, promising to help her become a medalist. So, this looks like just a good old fashioned inspirational story. I just know that she's gonna get that medal. She's gonna become a medalist, even though she was just too late, just like he was. Like he's gonna help her do it. So, um, what y'all think about the trailer? Y'all think it's something y'all would enjoy or nah?
The best part of the trailer was when she was running from
Yeah, him.
him and she hit the fucking rail grind like Sonic. Like I didn't know soaps were still a thing in fucking Japan, dude, but that was lit.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. To be a fifth grader, she's pretty cool. Uh,
Yeah. My favorite piece of ice skating media is definitely Blades of Glory, so I'm really excited to see if she can pull off the Flying Lotus.
ain't that isn't that like Will Ferrell? Isn't Will
Yeah,
Ferrell?
it's Will Ferrell and the guy from Napoleon Dynamite ice skating, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. I gotcha. I've seen it like once a long time ago, so
It's
maybe I'll
such
have
a
to
funny movie.
rewatch that and compare them. You know what I
It's
mean? Let you
such a
know.
funny movie.
But I don't think this is gonna be like a super funny show. Like
No,
I think
not
this
at
is more
all.
like the inspirational, try hard, the drama aspect of like going for gold or whatever. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that Haikyuu vibes. Especially except for like this is more one-on-one kind of thing. So I guess. Um,
Gotcha. Yeah, it should
but
be
I'm
cool.
really excited for this. So
I'm gonna check it out. I've always enjoyed me a good sports related kind of show or movie, right? Like for instance, like Moneyball, Draft Day, stuff like that. Then we have also Oblivion Battery. That was that was one of my favorites from last season, or not last season, but last year, we'll say this past year.
Yeah, this is a signing, so it's definitely going to be more like it's
Story
probably going to be
based, yeah.
yeah, it's not going to be like comedy. Which I mean, some signings do have that in it, but I still think this one's going to have it in it because this is more like more serious stuff, more dream chasing, more inspirational. So,
Did you
it's probably
not
gonna
hear me say the two other
yeah,
movies that I mentioned originally?
yeah.
They're pretty serious.
Oh, well, I heard you also say Oblivion Battery. So,
Yeah,
Ooh,
Moneyball and then Draft Day is what I led with.
Oblivion Battery was sick.
it wasn't that kind of serious though. I don't think
It was serious.
Honestly,
There was
it
just
was kind of
comic
funny
relief.
though. Yeah, it was like
honestly,
really
the
funny
fucking
though.
nipple jokes were just so cringy. I could have
Nipple
really done without it.
hair.
What show
Ah,
had that? Oh, that was Undead Unluck, wasn't it? No, no, that was a Kaiju number 8, peeing from nipples.
yes.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Anyways, medalist. That's gonna be one of my honorable mentions. It's gonna be probably a must watch for me. So, I guess
Yeah.
damn.
Cool. This is one I threw on the list. It was originally going to be in one of the shows I talked about, but it looks terrible. So it got bumped, but I'd already done the notes, so I'm going to talk about it. We got Ubel Blot. It's a studio satellite again and Staple Entertainment. It's going to be an Amazon Prime releasing on Saturday, January 11th. And it's based on a manga by Itoroji Shiono. It's got a 7.61 on Mal. I had a whole summary. I'm not going to read it. So gist of this is dude is betrayed. There's a lot of blood in the trailer and maybe boobs. It said it's an
Ooh.
SD. It did not seem like that from the trailer, so we'll see. The trailer just looks like shit. It was not good. I'm probably not gonna watch this at all.
It's gonna be really disappointing, Dan, because like I know people like are big fans of the manga, and you can tell it's 6.61 on Mal or 7.61 on Mal. So I mean that's pretty high for a manga, right? That means it's usually pretty decent. So it's gonna be like very disappointing when they like fail this
Or the
adaptation.
trailer was just terrible.
Yeah, I mean, the anime could be fine, but the things that stood out to me, like Dan said, was like the action scenes. Like, I feel like this is gonna be like very action heavy, and like there was literally no impact in like the action scenes. Like it done one of those things where it would show you the sword swing or whatever, and it would show you like the aftermath of it and reaction shots. I'm just like, why? Give us like something good in the trailers actually,
Yeah.
This
uh
was what we came for, you cowards.
yeah, it's what I was worried that Windbreaker was going to do the same shit, right? And like they actually gave us like hand-to-hand choreography, very good, and that's what made it one of my favorites of that season. So just just disappointing the trailer after hearing a lot of people hype this up. I'll probably still watch it, check it out, but I just don't have high hopes for it after that shit.
Yeah. No, like this is like based on like when I read the synopsis, it sounded pretty cool. And then I watched the trailer and I was like, oh, this is gonna be ass.
It's not looking good. I'll tell you that much.
But yeah, that's all
Uh,
I got for it.
well, Nom.
Awesome. Our next one is actually going to be based off of a video game called Farmasia. Um, this is being done by Bridge Studios. They have done Fairy Tale as well as Shaman King. Um, there is also one other very glaring fact that Dan pointed out.
Yeah. So I'm literally watching this trailer and I'm like, why the fuck does this look like Fairy Tale? And then literally the next word that came up was character design by Hiro Mashima. And I was like, oh, That's why.
because
And,
it is fairy tale.
and I'm sitting there like, okay, there's Natsu, there's Gray, there's Lucy, there's some weird animals that kind of look like a cat. All right, we got it's just fairy tale remake. It's good, fun, but it didn't look bad.
No, it actually looked pretty decent. So
It was probably the best trailer we saw, like besides Sakamoto Days.
yeah, one of the
That
better
what
trailers.
that was new. Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is like I was telling Dan them about this. I was like, this is one of the better trailers that we've seen today. And it literally is at the bottom of the Mal page because it only has like 1,600 people planning to watch it. And they actually got like a subtitle trailer and it was actually like pretty good looking. So it was pretty funny. I really enjoyed like the chibi style that they do in this. Like that looks really fun and like the cute little pet thing. Like I would almost watch it just for that, honestly.
You should watch
Yeah, and
Fairy Tale first.
I was gonna say you
I
should probably
could.
watch fairy tale first, learn a little bit more about the world.
Oh, so
Um,
y'all think it's like one of those things where it's connected like that?
I don't think it's connected at all, but the fact that there is a group that the main character wants to join called the Eration Seis had me cracking up because that is a group of bad guys in Fairy Tale. And I was like, damn, they're just so fucking unoriginal at this point that they're just keeping the same name.
it's honestly kind of bad just watching it all the way through because all I noticed was that it was based off of a game, right? When I looked at the trailer, the first thing that popped up was the Nintendo Switch Direct, or the Nintendo Direct that the game was announced in. It wasn't even for the anime. I actually had to look up Farmasia anime trailer for that to pop up. So
That's how
finally, though, it did come up. So I really don't think that there's a lot of hype about it. Maybe because the game itself just like wasn't super popular, but at the same time, it looks really good. It does have a lot of influence from what the like the character designer knows about. What's his name again? Masahiro?
No, Hiro Mashima.
Here at Mashima. It's got a lot of his influence though through everything, not even just the character designs, but a lot of the story elements. It's very reminiscent. I hope that it was a good game. Maybe this will actually be a really good anime.
this is probably one of those things where they're using his name to like promote it and therefore promote the game as well. Probably. So not real sure about that, but that's just what I would assume. You know, since it is based off the game and they made a big deal about making sure that people knew that it was him in there and they tied it to fairy tale pretty close or whatever. So
I don't know. I would say it's the same thing with Dragon Quest and Akira Toriyama.
yeah. I mean
They're just crediting someone who's known that people know about. I don't think it's necessarily to draw that kind of attention like that.
yeah, who knows?
It's just it's a name that people recognize, so it's more familiarity, like brand awareness.
I got you. Well, I'm kind of like I said, I'm kind of interested in this one now when I was not interested in it all before. So, um, is that all y'all got for that one?
Yeah.
All right. Well, my last, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about my last two real quick, combine them together.
I like it.
Because who knows? These are like boomer bust things, right? So we got one that's called Ameku MD, Doctor Detective. And basically it is just a hospital doctor like trying to treat like medical diseases and shit. And they also mention like helping solve like murders and mysteries of unknown causes. And like, what does that sound like? No, I'm like, that kind of sounds like Apothecary Diaries, right?
Kind of.
Yeah. That's what I thought
Uh,
about when I first read this. Um, is I was like, this kind of sounds like Apothecary Diaries. So I was like, I'm definitely gonna check this out. Because if you like that kind of medical stuff, then you might like this. Is this also like Doctor Elise? I don't know. People may have watched Doctor Elise, they like that, then they probably might like this too. This one seems like more of on the serious side of things and like drama focused, maybe like a house type show without house, you know, which is obviously a big negative, but
Yeah, it's gonna be
you know,
trash then.
it's fine, you know.
If it's like
It,
House but House isn't in it, it's trash.
yeah, you can't have like that would be super cool to have house in it, but I don't think the main character, the lady main doctor person, I don't think she's like House. She didn't seem like House. I
Look,
think this is probably gonna be
give
either a
give her a limp
6
and make her
or an
pop
8.
pills.
Hey, I mean, she might do it. You know,
And
I don't know.
a lot of others. Make her be an asshole too.
Yeah, who knows? I
Yeah,
don't know. But
do
this
that and I'm
definitely looks
in.
interesting. So, uh, my other one that I got is called Momentary Lily, and it's gonna be by Studio Gohans. Um, Basically, this is an action and slice of life. It's an original anime adaptation or anime, which is interesting because like, who knows what the hell's gonna happen, right? And we're basically like following the daily lives of high school girls surviving in a world ravaged by otherworldly invaders. They're cooking together, battling mechanical monstrosities with their iconic weapons, and uncovering the secrets of their mysterious past and world. These 6 girls know only each other in a world that's been torn apart by these mysterious mechanical creatures. But that's not going to stop them from making the most of their lives together. And I just want to say like the animation. Watch the trailer. The animation's okay. You know, it actually has some of the better like fighting stuff that I've seen in the trailers. Like they made it a point to showcase like the fighting scenes in this trailer. It's like 2 minutes long. But you could tell like some of it was like pretty lacking here and there.
Yeah,
Like the
it
car
didn't.
flying through the air.
It didn't help that the trailer you shared was like 720p and looked like garbage.
Oh yeah, I didn't even.
This is the show that I mentioned that looked like it was literally just an anime music video. It was just a fight scene for like
It,
three
I
minutes
don't
of
even think
music.
it was one fight scene. I think there was multiple mixed
Yeah,
in
no,
there.
like, it was literally just like
One big 2 minute, 2.5 minute like fight. It
girls running on buildings and flying through the air with giant weapons.
yeah. Like Dan said, like a lot of flashy scenes. It looked cool. Um, High school girls versus monster mechs, basically. Which is pretty interesting. I think.
It's
Uh,
basically cute girls doing kaiju number 8 things.
yeah, something like that. It kind of, I keep on wanting to go back to like magical destroyers, but it's not like that.
No, Magical Destroyers was fucking sick.
Yeah, like it's something like that, but it's not like that. Like
You should
this
check
is
that out
like,
now.
yeah, you should, you actually should. But anyways, like I think if I like it, it'll depend on like if how they portray like the slice of life stuff, right? Like if it's just hacking and slashing mechas, monster mechs and flying around with, you know, bright lights and shit, like I probably ain't gonna watch all of this. But it said that it was a slice of life too. So I wanna see. I wanna see like if this can even come close to like what Dead Demons did, right? Like that would be super cool. I know it can't even get close to it, but like what if it tried and actually was like somewhat decent, right?
I would prefer more of the hacking and slashing.
Yeah, I
But
mean
we're
you
different
would,
people. We're different people.
but I want a blend of both, you know. I just don't know if we're gonna get that or not. So um who knows? I could either drop this or I could, call it a 6 or 7 because I don't know if it's gonna be any good. But I know that me and Dan both seen it and we was like, we gotta talk about it. So um but
Definitely.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'll do my last two really quick. Following up on the cute girls doing cute things trope here we got. So I got Grisaya Phantom Trigger. This is a follow-up to a show called Fruits of Grisaya. Grisaya, it was 7.74 on Mal. I think it dropped in the early 2010s. I think yeah, 10 years ago. So 2015. This one looks pretty interesting, like it shows a bunch of like cute anime girls, but it turns out they are working for an organization called SWORD, Special Organization for Research and Development. And the last line of the synopsis was, "This is the story of these young girls painted in blood and gunpowder." And the trailer was pretty damn gory. So this is one I'm definitely going to check out. I feel like Tyler will be a fan of this because we're getting two of his favorite things. We're getting
Yeah.
action and cute girls doing cute things with guns and swords.
And the thing, I'm pretty sure this is the trailer that just had music. It didn't even have no dialogue. It just had music the whole time.
Dude,
And
every
I was
trailer
like,
we watched just had music the whole time.
yeah, and I was just like, what is even going on? It looks like they're in a war. Then they're riding motorcycles. Then it looks like there's high school drama. Like, who knows what the hell is going on? Because I sure didn't know what
We'll
was
find
going
out,
on.
dude.
Don't think about it
And
too hard.
and
I
then the
mean,
last show I got is Beheneko. The elf girl's cat is secretly an S-ranked monster. Um, Here we go again with the high dive etchy special. I know for a
Creeps.
fact Kreegs is gonna love this show. Um, found a review of the first episode,
Oh no.
and it said the best part of the premiere was that they gave out a signed version of the script to the person in the audience who had the most cats.
Hmm.
And this
Interesting.
person had 15 stray cats they took care of.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
to get into it a little bit, the story is paper thin. The attempts at comedy aren't particularly funny. The dialogue is bland, and the characters have no discernible personalities to speak of. And the world is little more than a generic RPG setting that we've seen at least a dozen times in other shows. So this is literally just going to be cats and boobs. There is going to be an uncensored version, so if you're into that, Godspeed, friends.
Look, I watched the trailer, Dan, and like literally when I was watching the trailer, I was like, bro, you can literally tell what they're trying to sell.
Dude, they
And
make
that's
Zorro look small in the bust area.
it's kitty cats and titties. That's what they're trying to sell. Like every like I think I don't even know if we've seen a man. Like it was just cats and women.
Yeah.
Uh, and like at one point there was like this chick on the screen. She was in overalls, but she had nothing else on.
Yes, sir.
Like, well,
I'm
we
sold.
know where this is going. We know why this is on high dive. So,
Yeah. Well, I
we
need your
know.
login to check it out, you know?
Yeah, we'll have
For
Creeks check
research
it out.
purposes.
So,
For research
I
purposes.
We'll do the uncensored version of Watch Party. Just kidding.
I'm not sure if this will be one that I watch, but I'm sure Creeks has had his eye on this for like, a month and a half now. Uh, Probably waiting for the day for it to drop. He's just patiently waiting. Like, hell yeah, it's January 4th.
He's
It's
got a
time to
calendar
watch
and he's
this
just
Neko.
crossing off the days.
I gotta set an alarm in my phone to send him the horny bonk meme on January 4th at like 8 p.m.
We know what you're doing right now, Kriegs. You're watching
Yeah.
this shit.
You're disgusting. You have
Stop
a
it.
child.
It'd be like Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
uh, do we have any other shows? I can't remember.
Um,
One
I don't
more
know.
from me. It was it's another game or another show based around a game.
We got
Gaming.
This one
we got fucking BattleNet. We got 4 game animes. Nam was out here with a mission this week.
what can I say, dude? All they need to do is just remake a couple old games and I'll be happy. No. This one is called Tasakari Hotel. This is being done by PRA Studios. Um this one seems kind of interesting. A lot of mystery and detective work kind of stuff, right? Like a lot of intrigue in it.
Seems
So,
spooky. It seems like a very spooky show in a murder hotel. Is what it
yeah.
seems like.
So, just don't be with a candlestick in the lounge or anything like that, you know?
Yeah, we're playing. Is this based off a Clue?
No.
Ooh. That'd be
No, it's not
so
based off
good.
of Clue. It's
Dude, a Clue anime would be awesome.
Yeah.
it would be pretty cool. No, but this one's based off of a game called Tasakari Hotel.
Which means Twilight. Look that up.
So we're vampires
Nice.
now.
I'm for it.
How long have you been 12? A long time. Ash Ketchum.
Yeah. Well,
No, it
I
don't
don't
make
know.
sense.
It seems interesting to say the least.
Eh,
Like I said,
this whole season is
it looks like it's
They
gonna
really
be
didn't give us much. I'll
trying
say
to be
that.
spooky. So
The trailer really didn't give anything to go off of.
yeah.
So
So
well,
it's tough.
in good news, spring looks a lot better.
does it? I ain't even looked yet. So
Well, we got Fire Force, we got Windbreaker.
I mean, I don't have any issues with like the shows that are coming, and like I'm still gonna have like what, like 5 or 6, like eights or higher expected, you know? So that's like a pretty good season for me. It's just like, are we gonna find those hidden gems this season? You know,
Yeah,
like
no, I
we
This
think
is
had
the
the last few
season.
seasons, and I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna find those hidden gems this season.
I
So
take
This
it back.
is
Without doing any research, we got Fire Force, Windbreaker, and Go Go Loser Ranger.
One Piece as well.
Well, yeah, but
this is not seasonal.
Yeah, there's some other
Um,
shows too, though. But
I'll say this much: this is a great season for me to catch up on some of the shows that I still need to watch.
like Gintama. You guys should both watch Gintama. We'll just add it to the rundown.
oh, by the way, we're watching a 10-year-old show, Gintama. Follow
Why?
along with us.
Because it's gas.
Because we want to just laugh about Gintama. But
Awesome. Well, appreciate you guys listening this week. We'll be back next week with the rundown on Tuesday, and no idea what we're doing on the Degens, but appreciate you tuning in, and we'll catch you then. Peace.
Later.